5 minutes behind. I don't know how long this one's going to be. Welcome to another episode of Under Construction, everybody. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral, but you know who I am. You know who I am. Let me adjust my windows and everything. I can tell you that I am, on top of who I usually am, I am sweaty and hot and tired. I am a damp human being because I spent the last couple hours wandering up and down a street in Pawtucket doing traffic surveys. Well, doing sight distance surveys. It wasn't fun. But you know, it's a living. It worked out because why do I have all the, oh, right, I was doing shenanigans during, a thing with Heist. That's not going to be public thing. He was just showing off a new video, and somebody asked about comparing 491 to, 4014. You probably know the new video that I'm talking about. And so I just went, I can do that in a second. And I grabbed them both and I threw them down on Tolbrand, and then I sent a photo in that chat over there. If you're like whatever the high rank person on Heist's channel is, you might have been there for that. Anyway, today, what are we doing today? I think we're going to do the lionhead turn, actually. And that's an interesting one because I don't think I took enough notes. Where is my list of things? It's just olive mainline. Yeah, I don't think I wrote down enough notes. Oh wait, there it is. Consolidation takes cars, Mikado takes fulls, Jeep takes empties, drops off for Mikado, picks up cars for Bellington and South, Jeep heads to Bellington, Mikado. Okay, so that whole thing, that's going to happen in like 3 hours or whatever. The other thing that's going to happen in 3 hours, because I didn't start early, so we're not going to jump right into the AI. Oh, hi Mopac, hi Nick. We're going to program the lionhead turn. Now, this right here is some of the lionhead turn. There's only one issue, and that is we need to stack 4 cars in front of this. And on top of that, we need to stack 4 cars in front of this, and I don't know where to put it to begin with. There's going to be problems with that going down the line. Like this train, the guy comes in, he sticks a caboose on, he sticks his engine on, and he leaves. This one, pretty much the same thing. It's already all put together. This one's already all put together, but for the coal cars, which we've talked about before. So we have a coal car that is being brought back by the Mason, the Olive Branch train. Which, where does that guy end up? So this is where things get a little dicey. Olive Freight Trains, OB1. Okay. It goes to Forestry Siding End, blah blah blah, and couple from vehicle, Forestry Main, wait 5 seconds, and then it drives back to here and it stops. So that's where we were sort of trying to get to, right? And I don't think I wrote down I don't think I wrote down much. Oh right, wrong tab. I don't think I wrote down much over here about the olive branch and that sort of arrangement. Because I know I was thinking about having stuff stored down here. You know, we have a cut of cars down here. And I was honestly kind of thinking, why do we have these cars down here at night? Why don't we just keep them up there and pick them up when we get up there? Because right now it drops off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it has another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can fill up with like 4.5, right? And the schedule, as put over here, schedule, it's already been more enjoyable than my day has been. Well, I hope your foot's okay. Okay, hold on. What are you doing? You load the train. And then you couple at force, remain 1, wait for 5 seconds, uncouple from vehicle 2. Oh, this is it. It's running around, so it's going to have 4.5 full cars, probably. And then empty, empty, empty on the back. And I don't really know what to do with it after that, because I need to get all of the coal cars together. And that's why we needed to get this you know, thing started early so we could watch the mogul do its thing and then come back here and then finish sorting itself out. But for now, this locomotive is going to be the 121 is going to be the one that runs the hello corn dogs. Hello Jebediah. I did not want to click on that. Oh crap, I just made a 491 tender. I don't know why this is green. Hold on. Can I fix that? Which mogul, as in which, like physically which one, like what number, or like what queued? Because I can show you the one that gets used. Well, actually I can answer both questions, that's easy. I like doing streams because I get to be the one with the answers. It's you. Same model we used for Lee in the Iron Horseman Chronicles. This is... Nope. Grab it. Baldwin Modern 260. That's the queued. Take a screen cap or pause the video. And it has a tender that goes with it. And it works, more or less. So, yeah. This guy. Now, I don't think we have anything written down for this. Olive Freight Trains. Oh, we do have the lionhead turn a little bit. Okay. So it waits for something. Puts us to stop number 1. Goes, grabs a caboose. Couples at Olive Coal Company, so it grabs the cars itself. Goes there. Couples to Butler Yard North. Butler Yard South, which is this one. Okay, wait a minute. So, something's up here, because unless I am confused, unless I'm missing something, this guy, the lionhead turn, is going, it's grabbing a caboose, so that's over here. That's this track mark right here. Grabs a caboose, waits, uncouples, runs over to the coal company. So now it's got engine and then caboose and then three empty coal cars. Then drives the yard limit, drives to the Y. Oh, it's going like this. And then it's putting the coal cars on the back end of the train with the caboose. Which means that when the mogul gets back, wherever it goes, it needs to go and take that coal car and stick it over here. Or, yeah, it's got to stick it over here. Because if it doesn't do that, then we're going to have a coal car at the front of the train and then blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's fine. It gets to here, waits for 5 seconds, then basically runs around the train. It comes to this end, and it waits for 5 seconds. Now, the next thing that it has to do... No, I haven't done it yet. I'll save it for later. Tyler, don't worry. We'll still do not Tetris. Also, there's plenty of chaos in the trading card hole if you're missing the chaos. Also, what is that thing on the T1Bs? Okay. So, then it's got to run out this way, and I think I'm just going to give it this track mark here. So what I have to do is I have to flip over to this so that I can actually see the track marks. It's the Vonatara River. Just move this. Can I make this window smaller? Nope. Wrong button. Wrong button. Oh, and now it's huge. Can I schedule library? We're going to need to add a lot of track marks, but if you're ever wondering how to do a freight train, this is how you do it. So, which I don't get to program a freight train too often, so Farley Yard South, Farley Yard 3, wait for 5 seconds, then drive via track mark. You always want to do drive via, it makes them make fewer decisions. VMOL, Vonatara River, track 2, right there. And then we gotta go up, which we... This is great. This is super great. This is awesome. I'm so glad I can't zoom out. Alright, well, whatever. We'll do this so that we can zoom out. So it goes that way, and then the next track mark is way past Ashbury Ranch. Adams Station 1. All the freight trains. I keep thinking that's just... Yeah. Drive via track mark. VM Adams Station 1. Then we keep going. You ever wanted to speed run a tour of the VMR? You're getting it. Oh, there's supposed to be a bridge there. There it is. Where's the next track mark? Oh yeah, there's that guy. Okay, let's see. We probably want Little Creek track 2. Navigate via track mark. VM Little Creek track 2. The thing with N3V, I haven't even bothered to attempt it yet. I spent all of yesterday trying to fix OpenTTD. Have not even thought about... Like, I haven't given it another second of thought. I need to go and take screenshots and send the email, and I've been doing that, and I've been doing trading cards, and drive via track mark. Let's see, this is Bristol Curve. And then we're here at Lionhead. There aren't any things before this. And I'm probably going to have him pull into here. Hello, comrade. You're not that late, Dragon. You're doing fine. But it looks to be a head-end throttle. Are you serious? No, there's no way. That's not head-end throttle. No way. You didn't miss much. I didn't even do the thing. Oh, shoot. But I did miss a spot here. Listen, no one liked the T1Bs, okay? Like, you can join the club. Anyway, we're working on trading cards. It's been fun. If anyone has a photo of Green Bay and Western number 56, please point me at it. A photo that isn't the builder's photo, because I have that one. I am programming the Lionhead turn. There we go. I knew something was off about that. And also, I think, you know what, I could go into Surveyor 2.0 to make this a little bit easier, but I'm just going to stretch it out by hand. There we go. What are we doing? Yeah, we're programming the lionhead turn. Which is an important one, because it's the first, like, out of the mainline train that I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to need to get my standards out. Also, this is not any good. Oh, it's because of this. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, that looks bad. Now I understand why higher DPI on mice is useful. Alright, there we go. That looks like garbage, also. Just throwing that out there. So why is this so low? Let's move this over. Move it up a little bit. So what we do, we just take care of some things. I haven't placed anything yet, but I need to remember to go into the root layer, so I'll do that now. Yeah, N3V without a first class ticket is just atrocious. It's unlivable. Okay, so a couple of things, right? The back of the train is the two. The back of the train is 4 hoppers, well, the caboose, 4 hoppers, 2 flats that are loaded, then the tank car, then the, oh wait, no, where's the grain car in this? Hold on. Let me make the consist and take it upstairs with me. Upstairs. Up the hill. Alright. Give me this, because it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back end of the lionhead turn. And then a caboose. We'll just grab this one, even though it's not the right one at all. And then the locomotive, which, let me just grab one as an example. I think we have this one in MPS, I don't know. Okay, track 3. You. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to do this, grab, lionhead, turn. And then I'm going to delete everything extra, because I don't need it hanging around. So, let's go back up there. It's a long way to go. Here's lionhead. And let's place down the lionhead turn. Because I'm probably going to have it pull in over here to get it out of the way of other traffic. That's number 1. And in fact, I'm probably going to have it pull in over here. Wrong way. Now, 2 things are notable here. The fact that all these cars are at the back, because I can grab them, pull back to here, and then switch out these 2 industries, which is what I'm going to have to do. And then the fact that this guy is at the front, which is going to be annoying, so I've got to do him last. And then this thing's also at the front. And the thing with this guy at the front is I need to get behind it. And then, you know what, I can switch this out, probably. No, because I need to only have that car or else weird things will happen. Get behind it. Let's see, I guess just run around and then go out this way, backwards through the tunnel. And then switch this out over here. Or I can come over here and grab this I can make it in basically two separate motions. I can come over here and I grab this and then go back through the tunnel and then come here with the full and take care of it later. That might be the way to do it because that'll be pretty easy to do. Anyone got a clue about the history of VNT 29? No, I don't know the VNT. I know they're all famous engines though. Is that the one that set itself on fire, or is that a different locomotive? I thought that was a VNT thing. Can I do an updated tour? Not right now, but I can do a little abridged tour later. Okay. So, we're going to need a track mark in this location. Which, let's see, what do I call this? It's not Old Main End. It's got to be like... Because this is going to... Like, Old Main End is going to be right here. Which, that's not a lot of head on that Y. I think it'll be okay, though. The fact that this is what's getting us hung up is that I don't know what to name this track mark is frightening. Let's just put the track mark here. Let's tighten the radius up to 10. Listen, your track mark naming conventions are as important as anything. So, this is going to be VM, right? Because it's Vulgar Mountains. Tyler's coming in clutch. Track marks. VM, town location, description, number, direction. Okay, so VM LH for Lionhead. Old Main. Old Main Y. Let's see, number... This would be track 1. Okay. Lionhead Old Main Y1, and let's add that to the thing. So that's the first step. That's actually getting the train up here. Now, that's ignoring any possible conflicts. There's still Shrek. There's Shrek's hut. I don't have, like, a Shrek model to put there, but, you know. Somebody once told me. Old Main Y, track 1. And then I'm going to have you wait for 5 seconds. And then you're going to uncouple, because I need to get the engine off the train. Is the first thing I do to go light through the tunnel in reverse and grab the other grain car? No, because I don't have anywhere to put it. Well, actually, I could pull off the train. So, by the way, tender engine. Or, sorry, engine tender. Pull off the train, and then I can stick it in, like, this siding to get it out of the way, or something. Go back up to here. Pull forward through the tunnel. No, if I'm coming over here, I want to get these out of the way first. So, is this straightened? Yeah, it's straightened. We're going to have 6 cars in total, or 7 cars. I can tuck them up in here in case something goes wrong, I guess. Well, hang on. Because we can only load or unload the exact cut of cars, right? So, what we've got to do is pull, if we pull all the cars into here, so let's just spitball for a second. If we pull off this in the locomotive, we push them into here. Wrong way. Push those cars into here. Then we pop off this, grab these cars, or well, maybe we take the caboose with us, right? Grab those, grab these. Then what? Because I can't just, I'm not going to put these on the main if I can at all help it. Even though we are going to be fouling the main constantly during this. Well, these are all ready to go out. And you know what? I could probably just pop out, grab the tank car, right? And then just bring those all over here. Huh. Hey, Brian. Is there enough room to stage these guys back here? There is, just enough. Okay, well, let's undo all of that. Let's get back to this position. So, if I grab this, back out, grab this, then I would have to actually back up and then pull forward again, and then back up to here. And then I don't have enough room to pull past here, but I have enough to pull past here. That's actually not very helpful. This is going to be rough because I don't want to use the main. I feel like I'm going to have to, but I don't want to. What if I do it in a different order? Well, no, then I have to use the main. And I can't just pull into here and drop those cars. Can you make the track longer? Yeah, but I'm trying to work within the confines of what I've got. There's some things with the track work that are making this difficult, but it's really just quirks of the AI that are making it difficult. Oh, I suppose I can use the Icer House track. So, I don't know if this is the right way to go. I think we grab the caboose, we come in, we well, actually, I can take the caboose and I can put it, like, on one of these sidings to get it out of the way. And then I can grab it on the way out. So I can take the caboose and put it over here. That's maybe a place to start. That'll reduce the headache at the end of the session and mean that we don't have to set up the train so that we run around the whole thing afterward. We have to do the little triangle run around so that we reverse direction and whatever. So if I put this guy over here first, then I can come over here, I can grab... I can stick all these in here. Ah, okay. Stick all these in here, like so. Pop out, grab 1, 2, or sorry, 1, 2, 3, so that's the same order. Oh wait, no, I don't want that to be... I want this to be... I'll grab this first. 1, and then grab the lumber cars, and then grab these. And then grab the caboose, and shove it down that way instead. Or I can put it on here, I guess. Either one works. Come back in here, insert those where they need to go. Come in here, grab this, put it here. Then grab the boxcar, change that out, stick it on the train. Then grab the car, go like this, so that it's car and then locomotive going backwards through the tunnel to here. The fact that I'm gonna have to foul the main for a little bit, I guess. I really don't want to do that. Grab this, stick it on the main line, empty the other car, or fill the other car, cut it off, grab this. No, unless, because everything else will be put together by that point, unless I use this track, this crossover here, to run around. So, come in with engine behind locomotive, or sorry, grain car behind locomotive, pull back here, pull onto this track, cut it off. No, that doesn't work. Let's see. Come here, grab this car, pull back to here, cut it off, run all the way around it. Although, no, it won't let me go past it because of this signal here. Damn it. What if I scoot this signal? This I will do. I will move the signal. To, like, there. That's enough room. Da-da. Da-da-da. Drop that car off, back up, grab the car, go this way, grab the rest of the train and leave. Okay, that's gonna work. I think that's gonna work, we just need to set up the track works for it. Or the track marks for it. Okay. So first things first, let's get the train back over here. Oh, whoops, I just did it dumb. I just undid the thing that I did. Okay, hold on. Where's the train? Give me the train. How the hell did I manage that? Where is the locomotive? Where is the locomotive? Where has it gone? Oh no. Alright, whatever. We'll just delete the consist and start again. You'd be surprised where people stick farms in New England, I'll tell you what. You're moseying along the middle of goddamn nowhere in the middle of, like, you know, in the middle of the Berkshires or something. And it's like, oh, there's a little farm here. Yeah, the locomotive's in the back rooms. I don't know what happened to it. I'm gonna find it at the edge of the map later. I don't know how that, whatever. Stuff happens. Trains be like. Alright, let's put down the lionhead turn again. Wrong way. One of these days it'll come down the right way. Okay. So it pulls up to there. That's what we've got. It's got to run around. It's got a couple here, which we need a track mark for this. Let's set this to a 10 meter. So like here or so. Give it enough room for... You know, this guy's not going to stop right away. But I don't want him to be right on top of this track mark when he does. So I'm actually going to scoot this forward a little bit more. So that the train also scoots forward a little bit more. Alright, so now we need to name this. This is going to be... let's also call this Old Main Y North 1. Because I don't think... Geologically, we're still in the foothills. Yeah, the mountains get steeper towards the south side of the peninsula. So, this is foothill-ish. Anyway. Alright, so... What is this one? We'll call this just Old Main Y1. VMLH Old Main Y1. Which means we need to change what the other thing says because it's wrong now. What's the difference between 30 meters and 10 meters? 20 meters, I'd reckon. I don't understand the question. Old Main Y North 1. There we go. Old Main Y1. And then... So it's going to grab that, and then we've got to run to... This, which is called what? Baggage siding. Yeah. Not going to be used for that, ever. But, you know. Man can dream. Spin that around. It doesn't make a difference, but whatever. This is VMLH baggage siding. What's the difference in the track marker between 30 and 10 meters? It has to do with how close you can get to it before it counts as arriving at the track mark. You usually want a smaller radius if you're dealing with stuff that you want to be a little bit more precise about. It starts out as 20 by default. I think that's a little big. I usually go to 10. In really tight spaces, I go to 5. And I've used even smaller amounts on turntables. I'm also going to VMLH baggage siding. So this is just going to be baggage siding. And the other one's going to be baggage siding end. Ken confirms to supposed East Coast. If so, I learned that there needs to be a lot more rock fold exposed rock features. Yes, I agree. That's just really difficult to do. I mean, difficult isn't the right word, but it can be a little tedious. I tried to emulate that a little bit in places like this. But you are absolutely right. There is a lot of exposed rock and rock faces on the East Coast area. That said, though, oh, this is a texture that got auto replaced. Boy, it looks like crap. Okay, we'll just ignore that for now. No, we're not going to ignore that. That looks like straight garbage. Anyway. Yeah, there should be a lot more exposed rock, just those terrain features are a little bit more difficult and time consuming to replicate. So I've ignored them a lot. But the other issue is that a lot of that stuff, in the small scale, it's very visible. In the large scale, it's not that visible. You know, like TJ is right, yards will just have a giant rock formation in the middle of a development. You know, you have stuff like you know, you can see it around Essex. I mean, they have a rock cut, which obviously is man-made, but you do have these just chunks of rock, big old boulders that got dropped down during the last ice age that got brought down by glaciers. And on top of that, you do have, you know, sort of cliff faces that have appeared or that have existed because of glacial movement, that sort of thing. But a lot of that on the macro level gets hidden, or on the micro level, gets hidden by trees on the macro level. You know, you can go walking in the woods and you can find all these rock formations, which are very neat. But if you're looking at, you know, you're looking off the side of the highway, for example, or even out of the window of the Lakeshore Limited, you might not see very much of that. You'll see a lot of just tree cover because it's that dense. And I know in the 1950s, they're they're not there shouldn't necessarily be this much tree cover, but my explanation for the amount of trees is that there was a hurricane, a severe hurricane that came through about 70 years beforehand, which sort of wiped out the logging industry in the area, and that's why the logging industry in Olive is relatively fresh. Um, they're cutting down timber in sort of a swath around where they got rights to do, you know, logging out there in the woods. Otherwise, the forests have been pretty much leveled by an incredible storm. Yeah, you can't model rock layers easily either. You need to find a series of the right textures, and even then, when you go to do that, you're going to run into problems of fidelity. You know, the closest you can get is something like this, where you go, yeah, there's rocks there. You know, there's definitely rocks there. God, this looks bad. I haven't come through here in a while. I'm gonna guess that this texture got replaced when I was doing um, replacement of packaged stuff with DLS stuff when we moved over to 2019. So that'd probably be like a year ago now. When I really got back into doing Tolbrand. What do you say? Fitchburg has a famous boulder that won the development. They blew it up and reassembled it in the town square. That's fantastic. That's sort of like the Olive Pit. Um, I've got the big chunk of rock in the park in Olive, which apparently that was an asset that I couldn't use either. But yeah, you're gonna have to use your imagination with some of this stuff. But then again, still pales in comparison to stuff like the Rocky Mountains. You know, younger mountain ranges and pieces of mountains that are steeper, and so you just have no dirt on them almost. You've got more of these sort of areas where what little soil cover there was has been completely eroded, and you're left with just a swath of rock. Um, and that does happen on the East Coast and in the Berkshires and in these older mountains, but because they're not as steep, you don't lose the dirt as easily. Um, but yeah, ton of subsurface creeks and rivers. That's interesting. Subsurface water movement is a little bit. I mean, obviously, it's something I can't really model. Um, I can put in springs and things and sort of say that, you know, yes, there is subsurface water in this location. But I really can't, you know, I'm also not I'm not a hydrologic engineer, so I just don't know enough about that stuff. I'm not going to try to BS it. I'll try to BS all the railroad part, but when it comes to doing the geology, I'm not I'm a little bit lost, you know. And to go back to college. I like that you at least did one. It looks very cool. Oh, thank you. Um, yeah, I mean, I try when I'm building these, when I'm building the terrain, when it gets too steep, I go, okay, yeah, there wouldn't be trees here. You know, I go, the dirt would all have been washed off of this mountainside, and we would have been left with just rocks and maybe grasses that are springing to life in the dirt that has hung on. Um, the funny thing is, a lot of the exposed rock and is going to be stuff that you see because of railroad and road grade cutting through it. Especially in these older mountain ranges, because they've had time to settle. They've had time to let all of the steep angles get worn down and the sharp bits get worn away. Um, Subsurface water is simple. Hard rock equals can't exit. Yeah, very simple. Except for clay layers. Clay layers and saturation and capillary effect and suddenly back in college and I don't want to be here. Honestly, the geotechs and the hydro engineers are so much smarter than me just universally. I just give them the benefit of the doubt in every situation. Anyone that works with water stuff is just smarter than me. I can't do it. Like, you sit me down at the water table at the friggin' Children's Museum, and I'll figure something out. Um, but not on a test. It's not gonna happen. All right, if we fix that texture anyway. Back to what we were doing. Um, okay. So we have this set up for the caboose. So next thing is we need to program the caboose. Actually, no. Let's try to do all the track marks at once. So comes in here, couple at this track mark, uncouple from number, I guess that would be 2. Drive to siding end, uncouple, then drive back to here, uncouple at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Grab them. Take it over here. Oh, wait. No, what am I doing? What am I doing? Easier solution, right? Easier solution. We're going to bring the caboose over here first. We're going to bring the caboose over here first. We're going to park it at the end of this siding. Also, do I? Okay, I do have the things here. VMLH. Something Colliery. What is this place called? Oh, it's just Lionhead Colliery, isn't it? Yeah, Lionhead Colliery. Oh, these two aren't, like, power station ruled together at all. I thought this would not run if it weren't for this, but no, that is not the case. Okay, whatever. I should have set that up, but I really can't. I guess I could use power station rule, but I don't want to. The other thing I could do is drop in an invisible multi-industry on top of the track and just use that and use an industry link, but honestly, it's not worth it. Clays are good for gold deposits. Need to keep that in mind for coggers. LH Colliery siding. I think that's how that's spelled. Yep. Put this here. LH Colliery siding. End. Needs to be end. Because I need to put another one up here called Colliery siding to couple to. VMLH siding, colliery siding, just called colliery siding. LH colliery loader. A gold mine would be good. I have a plan for a gold mine, actually. I want to put a gold mine out on the Addison branch, so you got to use the barge bridge to get to it. We will get to that. Don't worry. Okay. VMLH colliery lumber. So we have loader and lumber. Yeah, that'll be easy to remember. I'm sure I won't screw that up. I hope that is a large enough multiple industry for these two cars. Did I say bridge or boat? Yes. Yes. The answer to that question is yes. Did I say bridge or boat? Unfortunately, there really isn't that much in the way of records left online from it. But there was this wonderful thing that the Rutland did a long, long time ago that involved a barge bridge. They were told they could not build a bridge. So they bought a barge and just laid track on it and then parked it in between the two abutments. Basically, that's the short version. Let's do this. Added the track mark. VMLH. What is this place called? Something. Oil something. It's just called Lionhead Oil. Of course it is. Nobody in this town has an imagination. Me included. Yeah, the proto-pontoon bridge. Yeah, kinda. It's one big pontoon. It sucked, by the way. It had a long and storied history of dumping, stuff into the river. So, you know, don't think it was a good idea by any stretch of the imagination. I'm gonna make this longer so that it touches that. That's why Tolbert is so good. I cannot take credit for that. I give all the credit to the Rutland Railroad. And their just bizarre relationship with water. I'm going to turn this down to 15 because it's a little bit big, but yeah, that's what it needs to be, something like that. We're going to need to adjust that so that it hits the thing. Okay. So we have that, we have these three. We need to put in a... This is also a downhill, which is going to be rough with the 4 coal cars getting that started, but... Oh, well, I can always park them up here. It wasn't the best thing to do. Yeah, it was the petty thing to do. That's the right answer. Okay, so, slight alteration. Grab the caboose, run over here, stick everything onto the caboose. This one first. Wait, I don't want to do that one first. Yeah, just grab this, and then this, and then this, and then stick them onto the caboose. And then pull it out of there. Run it over here. Come out, grab these, put them all away. Do the tank car last, I guess, so that we can then run this way. No, we have to put it over here, because if I don't do that, then we can't use this, and we need to use this siding later. Okay. So, how far down are we going to put this track mark? And I'm going to say, like, right at the water. Although, what is the gradient on these tracks? Because I don't want to put it in a difficult spot if I can avoid it. 2%. Oh, I don't want to start the train at a 2% grade. Okay. Now I can understand why that's not a good idea. Gotta mow. See you later. Next week we won't have it under construction because it's Gloria's birthday. Just a heads up. Powered push mowers. That's what I use. Wait, no, it's not what I use. Alright, see, this is the problem, because I don't want to start a coal train. I know it's not that much train, but I don't want to start it on a 2% grade. And this is a 2% grade. But where else do I put the train? Can I fit it over here? I kind of can. Also, that's on the invisible track. Oops. We'll put it over here. We'll put it over here. We'll say caboose. And then these cars can fit on this siding with some effort. And I'll start... Hold on. Yeah. Like that, basically. I have Umbrian Sexy Back stuck in my head. I really don't know why. I just need to share that with everybody. I don't know why it's stuck in my head. I can't get it out. So yeah, we'll put them there. And then we will grab these cars. And we will run them over here. And then we're going to do... probably the hoppers first. So cut those off, put those away. Cut those off, put those away. Cut... Alright, and then grab the tank car, put that away. Come back out this way. Take the hopper. Wait, no. Come back out this way, run around, grab the hopper, put it over here. Exchange this, grab the hopper again, push it backwards through the tunnel. Alright, yeah, there where we're going. That's where we're going. I'm bringing Monkey Bananas back, guys. That's what I'm doing. Alright, so let's start programming, I guess, so that I don't get too distracted and start changing the plan on myself. Flip that around. Oh, we need another track mark over here first. VMLH coal siding end. An 010. The ultimate balanced locomotive. Let's see. Alright, so that we also need... I also need to just set this to always be this way. Because if I don't do that, bad things are going to happen. VMLH coal siding, or sorry. Turntable siding. I'm glad to hear it, Dean. I look forward to doing more iPortaling. Just please warn me when you're going to send me things and ask me if I have those things first. I did finally reinstall all of the IHRR stuff. Although I'm missing dependencies for, like, all of it. Oh well. At least I've got the long caboose. I didn't make that, but somebody did. Alright, so... turntable siding, we're going to need to use that later. Do I have that thing? What thing? You remind me of the Babe. Okay. So you drive up here, you uncouple to that. You need to couple to... Or, sorry. Couple at track mark. That thing, I will not elaborate. The answer is probably no. VM, LH. Yeah, unfortunately it's not on the, you change your username. Unfortunately it's not on the, download station, so I can't do it. Otherwise I would. Main Y. There we go. We're probably going to need to give it a couple more track marks than that to get it around. VM, LH, old main end. Me and something called the Old Main, name a more iconic duo. Old Main Y, track 2. Old Main Y, south. We're going to need this track mark for sure. We also might need a signal over here. I'm realizing that. For when we go to leave. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Old Main Y south. And then... Yeah, okay. So, edit session, schedule library, grab this, all of freight trains landed, turn, scroll to the end. So, you're going to uncouple from vehicle number 1, then you're going to drive to track mark Old Main Y end. Then you're going to drive via track mark Old Main Y 2. Then you're going to drive to track mark Old Main Y south. Then you're going to couple at track mark. Then you're going to wait for 5 seconds. Wait for 5 seconds. Okay. Then what? You're going to need to uncouple. You're going to need to take the caboose with you and nothing else. Uncouples from... Let's see. Engine, tender... Or sorry, tender engine, because they're the wrong way around, caboose. This route is not IHR cannon, no. This is something else entirely. Also, damn, everybody left. That's okay, I get boring. Uncouple from vehicle number 2, wait 5 seconds, there we go. Or maybe it's just YouTube goofing up. Who knows? And then we're gonna put... Let's see, we need enough space for at least like 10 cars, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll still put it back here. I'll put it back like right here. VM, LH... So what's the probability of this AI not working? The probability is we're not going to find out today. Because it's already 11 o'clock, so I'm never going to be able to get this to move unless I delete everything else and just run this on its own. Which is a possibility. I could do that. But I'd have to make a copy of the route for that. That's more trouble than it's worth. VM, LH, Y, let's just say south. Let's just call it south. Dead south. Oh, that's Goodnight, Texas. Wrong band. Wrong song. Dead South is the other one. I get those two confused a lot. I apologize if TJ is listening. Okay. So then we're going to go to here. We're going to go and park them in the colliery siding. Copy the route where we can test individual trains. Yeah, that's a harder proposition than you might think. Okay. Uncouple from vehicle number 2. Navigate to track mark. Or drive to track mark. VM LH South. By the way, check out both of those groups. They're great, like, country groups. Bluegrass sort of thing. Then drive to track mark. Let's see. Female colliery siding end. Wait for 5 seconds. I'd like to think I'm good enough at this that I can sort of do it sight unseen now. And I can, theoretically. But in practice, no. Drive to track mark. This is going to be tough, too, because we're negotiating mainline stuff. We basically have a timer running this whole time between the 9 o'clock train and the 11 o'clock train. It's going to be rough. The thing that I have sort of avoided to this point, and I need to embrace, especially on the single track lines, is timing my meets with triggers. And, man, I just don't like doing it. Okay, drive via track mark. What group is this again? What group is this again? What group? What group? Oh, what group? Band. Goodnight Texas and Dead South are the two that I was thinking of. I was like, this is the Iron Horseman. Drive to track mark. Oh wait, no, sorry. I've driven to track mark. Now I will uncouples from 1. Coulter Wall's okay. I don't actually have an opinion on Coulter Wall. Although I've heard the name. Okay, so we uncouple there, and then we have to... Oh, man. Okay. Okay, this is hard because I need to put in another track mark. And I don't know exactly where to put it. Probably somewhere over here. Spin it around, because why not? And then we're going to say VMLH. I guess this would be Main North? Main East? No, North is that way. Ah, man! Oh, god dang it. Alright, hold on, because this is North, not South. The distance signals 560 on the signal until you get up to the split. I don't know how to use them. North. This is North, not South. I don't think we can have that. I'm trying to avoid the jokes. We're creating our own references. Alright, so that's South. This has got to be... North. I don't know if I have those installed, actually. How do they... Oh, I do. How do they function? Operate an automatic idle. Operate an automatic when idle. Show advanced approach aspect. See, I don't actually know how to make use of these. I'll have to play with them, because they're probably something that I could make good use of. Just put in 05, it'll function like a distance signal, won't display red unless there's another train in the block. Um, hmm, perhaps. I sort of bootlegged that by my signal placement through here, but I might have to mess with that. Like a repeater signal. Anyway. Um, edit session. Now I need to fix this because my track markers are going to be all messed up. Color reciting, and this is going to be... Yeah, two forms of green. I'm sure the AI will love that. Did anyone just see that in the background? That was weird. Okay. So we fix that. Wrong thing. There we go. Grab this. VMLH. Let's just call this main... West. West. Yes. Yes, west. Okay. So you uncouple, you drive to track mark main west, LH main west, then you couple at track mark the oil one. We get the oil car first. There it is. LH oil. Wait for 5 seconds for everything to settle. Drive to track mark, same one. Old main W, or main W. Couple at track mark. Let's see, what do I need to get next? I need to get the flat cars. So that is the lumber, colliery lumber. Then not unload. Wait for 5 seconds. Go back to the track mark. I'm not leaving anything to chance. I'm putting in all the track marks that I feel like I will need to put in. And then, let's see, couple at track mark. The colliery one. Loader. Loader, there we go. Wait for 5 seconds. I'm going to go test the signals in just a second because I'm really curious about something. Wait for 5 seconds. Couple at colliery loader. Wait for 5 seconds. All right, and then I got to go back to the thing. Drive to track mark. Main west. And then I think I need to... Oh, wait, no. We've got all 3 cuts of cars now. Oh, we got to get the caboose again. Couple at track mark. Colliery siding. And then wait for 5 seconds. And then... You would have a live relation to show restricting option on JR signals. When the switch is in a line for the main, it displays either red or white red and act as clear. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I've seen that before. I don't really use the JR signals, but I might have to play with that. Also. Wait for 5 seconds. Hi, Brian. I wish I just had dinner. I'll tell you what. Colliery siding. Wait for 5 seconds. Now we need to drive to the one at the end, which is north. And then drive to track mark the coal siding. There we go. Wait for 5 seconds for everything to settle, and then uncouple from the locomotive. Yeah, I like the super signals, but I don't really play with them. Like, I don't spend much time editing them. Uncouple from vehicle number 1. Okay, once you've done that, then you need to uh, drive to track mark. Yard south. Sorry. Where is it? Old Main Y north. Couple at track mark. So now we need to go back to get the train. Couple at track mark. Old Main Y1. Once you do that, wait for 5 seconds, and then uncouples from, let's see, we've got, this is the coupler between the engine and the tender. Front of the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4 coal cars. 1, 2 lumber cars. And 1 tank car. Oh, I think you should go with the Metroliner idea. I love me a Metroliner. Dumb, screw you, aerodynamics, I'm going fast. Um, well, you said slightly angled front. You could do like a Black Beetle style front. It'd be really neat. Like a Roger Williams looking thing. Okay, once you uncouple from that, drive to track mark north. And now we need to do what we did in reverse. We need to drive to track mark. We need to go to the siding end. Okay, siding end. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouple from the tank car. Drive to track mark. Oh. Drive to track mark. Main west. Okay. And then, the first one we need to do, which is drive to LH. Oh, it's called Benny's Oil. There we go. Benny's Oil, unload. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples from 1. I thought there were more track marks on this map. There used to be, and I had to clear them all out because there were too many. This menu, when it reaches the end of the screen, you don't get a scroll bar. It just goes off the end of the screen. So I can add like 3 times as many track marks as I have right now, and that's it for this map. And I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I really don't know what I'm going to do after that. So anyway, uncouple from vehicle number 1. Drive to track mark. Main W. Is it getting repetitive for anybody else yet? I don't know why I just put a wait for thing in there. Couple at. We need to go back to the stuff in the siding. Couple at the siding. Wait for 5 seconds so that everything stops rolling around. This wait for 5 seconds is way more important than I'm giving it credit for, by the way. Because when you tap those cars, the handbrakes come off, and then you immediately uncouple, they roll into the buffer and derail. It's insane. It happens every time. Can't you move the library so there's more space? What do you mean? No. No, I can't. Well, Like, all I get is, because it just places this when I click on the thing. It doesn't matter if I put it up here, then it still just sort of places it in the middle of the screen. And then this will just start filling up here. And eventually it'll hit the bottom, it'll start going to the top, and then that's it. I was having a problem with that the other day already, with just the amount of commands that I have here. The window was in a weird spot, so it was going off the bottom of the screen. I couldn't click on what I needed to click on. Anyway, color reciting, wait 5 seconds, uncouples from. Let's see, this is the log cars, so that's between the two, front of the engine, 1, 2. Drive to track mark, go to number W. Number W. I know what I said. Drive to Lionhead Colliery lumber drop off. Ah, god damn it. I did Colliery lumber drop off. Yeah, if you want to call it success, you can. Not sure I would go that far. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples from front of the engine. Drive to track mark. Main W. Yeah, so that's why Metroliner. Brian. Okay, so after you go to W, then you got to couple back up with the rest of the consist again. Couple at track mark. At least it's only like 3 maneuvers. And it's pretty standard. Let's see. Couple at track mark. Siding. Siding, not siding end. Yeah, siding. Wait for 5 seconds. And then couple at track mark. No. Drive to track mark. Yes. Square body rather. That's brutal. I love it. Go to the Vut. Back out to here. And then drive to the colliery, which is going to be right here. Landed colliery. Coal mine, it's called. Private coal mine. And then we're going to load the 4 cars. And then we're going to wait for 5 seconds. And then we're going to leave them there. Because that's how this works. Somehow I doubt there will be a fix for this in the far future because no one effing makes routes this big. Why do you need 100,000 track marks? The answer is you don't unless you're a maniac. Unless you've lost your goddamn mind. But, you know. Okay. Uncouple from vehicle number 1. Then what? What happens after that? You've filled those things. Do I want to run around? I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Real dumb. We did the oil first. We're supposed to do the coal cars first. They're in the back. The coal cars are in the back. We can't do the oil first. We gotta do the coal mine first. Alright, let's fix that. I can't change the parameters of these, so I'm just gonna have to go one by one. The middle one is fine. The first thing is, get rid of the drive to. You gotta go to the coal mine instead. Drive to Lionhead Colliery, coal mine. Also, uncouple from vehicle number. Uncouples from front of the engine 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this, uncouple from vehicle number 5. Do this. Go to the coal mine. Instead of unloading, please load. Are you able to click with the command and get a menu with a scroll bar like with the drive to industry command? Oh, right, I can do that now. Yes, you're right. Oh my god, Jebediah, thank you for saving my life a couple of years from now. You're right, I can totally do that. let's see. Okay, then you go a couple from vehicle number 5, a couple from vehicle number 1, go back over here, and a couple from vehicle number 3. That still works. This still works. Then you go in a couple from vehicle number 1. Yes. And you go back here. Then we delete this. Then we delete this. And we need to do the drive to. Drive to the oil place. Benny's. Okay. This should work now. And then when you uncouple from that, here's the deal. You got to go out this way. You got to go via this because I don't trust that he's not going to go around. VM LHY. I'm just going to call it Y. Driver setup. No, schedule library. All of freight trains. Alright, so you do this, and then you get a drive via track mark. VMLHY. That's just a series of letters. And then drive via track mark. VMLH old main end. Then I think we have to drive via track mark VM let's see LH old main Y track 2, so you're facing the right way, and then drive to track mark VM, not main W, not north, we're talking old main Y north. Yes. Because that's after they've come back together. Then we're going to couple at track mark VM old main Y track 1. Wait for 5 seconds. So it has run up the Y, run back down this way, backed onto the train. And then you're going to uncouple from here. You can't make a command named AAA, so it's up atop, and that's where the track marks are. I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. I mean, I don't know why I would need to make a command in the first place. I mean, it would be at the top of the list, but that really wouldn't help anything. If there was a command called AAA. Alright, so you uncouple from vehicle number 2. And then you want to drive to the track mark. Old main Y north. And then you want to drive to the track mark the baggage siding end. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples from the engine. Drive to track mark. We're going to go back out of the main line, which is old main YN. Then we're going to couple to the train again in the same place. Wait a minute. I have to go and get the thing and put it with the rest of the train first. Yeah. So if I can do this first if I want. Or I can grab the thing. I can either move that car off, or I can grab the... Hang on. I've got two choices. And it really doesn't functionally matter either way. But I've got to come in here and I've got to grab this car and I've got to grab this car. This car's got to go in the baggage siding and this car's got to go with the rest of the train. Making multiple commands named AAA so the track marks are at the top, giving you more space. No, it'll fill in the window as it needs to. It's just at some point it will get physically taller than the window. The menu will be taller than the window, and there's nothing I can do. I guess I'll grab this first. So, couple of track mark. Oh, I didn't have the track mark yet. That's my problem. BMLH goods siding. I'm gonna make this nice and big so it always has the it always touches the boxcar. Don't rename that. Okay. Couple out track mark. VMLH goods siding. Wait for 5 seconds. Drive to track mark, the one that we keep going to, Old Main Y North. Then couple at track mark, the coal siding, no, the turntable siding, right? Turntable siding, there it is. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples from the locomotive. Drive to that one track mark again. Min YN, then go back and couple to it, and then do this, and then stick it on the baggage siding, and then go back to the same track mark. And guess what? Couple again. Couple at track mark. That's got to be, let's see. The limb will never change. I guess track marks will be a valuable commodity. Also, wouldn't triggers be a replacement sometimes of track marks? Absolutely, yes. And in fact, I could do that. But yeah, I think Jebediah saved me by saying I could just throw down any track mark command. I could just do this. Oh, wait, no, sorry, wrong thing. I could just throw down any track mark command and then change it to the one I need using search, which would take a little bit more time, but it would be usable with an effectively unlimited amount of track marks. Anyway, you go there, you couple at the track mark for the main Y1, there's that one right there. Wait for 5 seconds. Although you don't really need to, but I'm going to say wait for 5 seconds. And then couple at track mark. Drive to track mark, the one at the back with the N. Drive to Lionhead Freight House. Unload. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples from the front of the locomotive. And then, guess where we're going to drive to? The same track mark again. And YN. Then we're going to couple at the track mark again. We're going to couple at the track mark for, and this is where things are going to get really interesting, the track mark for the baggage siding. So we grab that, right? We've got it from the baggage siding. We then have to wait for 5 seconds for the dust to settle. Then we have to drive out back to the main line. So back it up onto the main line. Any of these commands may be preceded by a wait for trigger, by the way. That's why we have to program more of the VMR passenger trains so that we know the order of operations here and when we're going to be interrupted. North. We need north. North. And then drive via track mark. Let's just call it, well, the main one. Main west. Drive via main west. So you go down the right leg of the Y. Sometimes when we read too much and the soil can't sustain, so you have to do weird chicanery to support it. Yeah, that's a metaphor. That's definitely a metaphor of all time. Alright, so this is where we sort of have run out of track marks, because we've used everything we've got. We've gotten up to here. We're pushing the singular hopper car. Why are we pushing it? Oh, wait, no, that's normal. We're pushing the singular hopper car. We got to bring it out to here. We have to put it here. Uncouple. Wait a minute. There's an engine. Locomotive is pushing the hopper car. Oh wait, is it? It's facing the other way. It is backing up through the tunnel pushing the hopper car. That's not what I wanted to have happen, but that's what's happening right now. Ah, shoot. Maybe I can put it over here instead of over here. No, I'll put it there and then back it up through the tunnel. Put it there. Then what? Pull forward, grab this. No, that doesn't work. Because if it was the other way around, my plan was to come in here, grab this, go around, drop it there. Oh man, it's just such an obtuse way of doing things. Well, whatever. We're just going to deal with it the way it is. So I'll pull this back. Actually, no, I'll put it there. So we're going to have locomotive pushing car through here. Trigger idea, the more we wait, the more infeasible it gets. You'll have to replace a lot of Trainz routes. No, I'll just start using triggers. But no, I wouldn't. I don't think I'm going to be using them as full-on replacements, but I do need to have more triggers in the map. Max into here. I wonder if I can trick the AI a little bit. Max in here, uncouples, grabs this, puts it on the main, runs around. Then I need 3 track marks over here. That sucks. Oh wait, no I don't. I just need 2. Runs around, grabs it, pushes it in there, comes... No, because then it's behind the car. Alright, that doesn't work either. Because I want to be able to grab this car. Shoot. Oh man, this is killing me. Pushes it into here. grabs this. Wait a minute. Engine behind freight car. I'm losing myself. Okay. This is what we've got, and I want to block the main for a minimal amount of time. That is the biggest problem. If I could just use the main with impunity, I could just use the main with impunity. It wouldn't be a big deal. But I want to block the main for a minimal amount of time. So, either we run around the car again up here, so that instead of being locomotive backing up with the car behind it, we have locomotive backing up with the car in front of it. The advantage of that is we pull into here, we grab this, back up, uncouple from it, run around it, pull in, drop that car off, cut it off, back up, pick up this car, and go. Okay, that's going to happen because that actually works. So we're going to have to run around it on this end. Because now I've just lost myself because we can't have it the other way around. So I'm going to need to visualize this because I'm coming apart at the seams. Please tell me some of you are remotely on the same page. If you aren't, I don't blame you at all. So this locomotive will have spun around, and it's pulling this car out of here, right? And it's pulling this car out of here, and it's gonna then back up through the tunnel, which already is, like, that sucks. I wouldn't want to be that crew. Because it's already facing south. It's got the car behind it. Backing up through the tunnel. And then, you know, pull into here. Grab that. Yeah, okay. So the difference would be it's going to be in front of you, and it grabs that car, pulls it to here, runs around the singular car, push that in there, and then backs up, grabs the car, and leaves. I'm going to put another track mark here. It's going to be VMLH Elvira Loop Short. And the other thing we need to do is... Nope. The other thing we need to do is use the runaround command. Oh man, that never works. Never works. We need to have it take the car, and instead of putting it in the baggage siding, we have to have it put it right here. That way, when this is all done, I have to run around it and grab it from the other end. So, I can actually delete the 2 track marks in the baggage siding, I think. Well, I'm going to leave them there for now, but I probably can delete them. It's over 100, that's how you can tell. Okay. So, instead of putting it in the baggage siding, you're going to put it in VMLH Old Main Y2. There we go. Wait for 5 seconds, uncouple back up to there, go and grab the thing, put it where it belongs, then go over here, then go to, instead of going to Old Main Y North, you're going to go to Old Main Y End, or Old Main End. Old Main End. Then you're going to couple at track mark, the same one that you just put it at, which is Old Main Y2. You want both cars with the train? Only one. The one that was not with the train. At the end of the day, I need to take the one that's not with the train. I need to leave the one that is with the train. The equivalent of swapping out a full for an empty. So you go there, you go over here, you uncouple from vehicle number 1. You drive to Old Main End, which is actually going to be a little bit difficult for you because you're over there. So I don't actually know how that's going to work. You know what? I'll just have it take water. That's how I'll do it. I'll have it take water. Instead of adding another track mark. So you unload, you go here, you uncouple, and then you drive to Lionhead Water Tower, water pickup. Oh, was there more to that? Water pickup, and then you're going to load. Yeah, we're sure looking at a puzzle. And it's a puzzle that you have to complete without touching any of the pieces. And then you have to tell somebody else to you're basically explaining to the dumbest but most obedient person you know how to complete the puzzle. So then drive to the Old Main End, then couple at the track mark. Now locomotive is pushing the car. Wait for 5 seconds. Good evening, comrade. Oh, what have you missed? Lots of me pulling my hair out. Drive to north, drive via the main, drive to track mark. It is keep talking and nobody explodes, yeah. Except I'm the only one that's going to get blown up. I'm just going to blow myself up. Elvira Valley loop. Wait for 5 seconds. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that's fine. Drive to Elvira Valley loop. Then we didn't put down a track mark for Elvira Valley grain. VMLH Elvira Valley grain. Okay. Olive Freight Trains, Lionhead Turn. Why did I decide to do this today? VMLH Elvira Valley Loop. Okay. Now we need to couple to the car. Couple at track mark. Where are you? Elvira Valley Grain. There you go. So the signal at the end of the two-way is like the end of the playground. Sure. Red light. Elvira Valley Grain. I swear to God, we will play not Tetris at some point. I just wanted to get this show on the road. Alright, couple here. Wait for 5 seconds, as is customary. Wait a minute. Oh, son of a... We're gonna have 2 cars on the front of the train. We're gonna have 2 cars on the front of the train. We can't do that. We can't do that when we're unloading. We need to take this car out. And leave it on the main for a minute. Ah, man, I don't want to do that. No, right? What am I missing? What am I missing? If you pull this into here... If you pull this into here, and then you go and get that car, that one right there, then what? What am I missing? It's the reason I don't play games this involved. Yeah, well, I'm making it involved. I could make a drawing. I could. It probably would help. Let me just draw it in the thing. Um, you'd think I don't know. I would somehow manage to make the drawing terrible. No. Okay. How do? Pull into here. This is what we're looking at. And would it be better if the car in question was on the other end? No, we'd still have the same problem. No, it would be easier. It would be easier because I would be able to back into here, go up, grab this car, put it over here, run around this car, push it in there, grab this one, run around it again, and then leave through the tunnel. And that's going to be what we're going to have to do. So, we're back to the baggage track. Which means we're not getting water. Oh well. Alright, so instead of driving the old main end, alright, so let's go. Did I make sure it didn't get dropped off at the baggage track? Yeah, so baggage siding. I'm not doing flying switches, and I'm definitely not going to try to get the AI to do them. Hypothetically, yes, but this ain't Derail Valley. Alright, drive, okay, do this, drive there, leave it there, back out, go grab the one final car, unload it, go back to Old Main N, Old Main YN, couple that track mark, you guys are maniacs, fun thought, baggage siding, oh, this was baggage siding, I need to put baggage siding in. Baggage siding N. Then you couple the baggage siding. VMLH North. Yeah, okay, so then you back out. And then what? It doesn't look like this anymore. It looks like this now. Pulls up to there, right? Pulls up to right there. Lionhead turn. Drive to Elvira Valley Loop. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouple from the car. Okay. Go get the other car. Wait for 5 seconds. Then leave. Then two separate guys show up in a similar car. Hold on, does this fit here? Just barely. Okay. I'm actually going to pull these back just a little bit. I don't know how that'll mess with things, but I'm pulling them back. So we two switches, two cars, and a stupid person driving a train in an extreme time constraint. Hopefully it's not that extreme, but the nice thing about this spot is that we have this right here. And I feel like I meant to add a signal over here, but then I forgot. We can route stuff around using this. Oh, there's a... Oops, I missed a spot. Welcome back for the last portion. Where are the signals? There's a signal bridge here. Nope, that's not it. Would it have signals leading... Oh, we have this signal leading out of here. It's the only signal we have leading out of here. We definitely need more signals up here. Because that's not good. That's like worse than open TTD signals. We need more signals. I still haven't figured out the repeater doodads, the distance signal stuff yet. I haven't gone to figure it out. I thought we'd be done with this already. Alright, so I scooted those back. Let me scoot this back. Pull this back to like here. Session, schedule library. Oh, will this not work because of the train hates to drive towards piece of train that already exists problem? Do I have to add a derailleur here? Alright, we're going to the test world. We're going into the test world. Because I think we're going to have a problem. Yes, lionhead turned broken. Lionhead turned broken. Brain broken, actually. Select route. New route. Two things I need to test. One, how these signals work. Oh, shoot. Wrong thing. Edit in Surveyor Classic. Okay. Give me this. Okay. So, I need to understand how these signals work, and I need to test something with the AI that I think I already know the answer to, but... Get rid of these. But we will find out again. And I don't want to have to put a derail on the main line, so... That's going to be an interesting one. Where are those signals? Okay. So we have the Searchlight 04, right? And if I point one here, and I point one here, right? I put down a train. Invisible train, yeah. Let's just get a locomotive. Let's just do GEVOs on stacks, okay? Oh, right, track ends, duh. Hold on. Oh, there it is, track ends. One of my favorites. Favorite asset. And if I put this here, this signal should turn yellow. Right? If I put another one of these signals right here, it should turn red. Or green. Alright? It does. Well, what do you know? Okay. Or advanced approach, because I can do that. So let's put these signals at both ends, as if this is a bi-directional set of tracks. Now, in theory, these guys should not be normal signals, they should be distant signals. Because they can't tell you anything. They shouldn't be letting you into this block unless you can get out the other side, right? Right. Okay. What if I put a train down here? These are both red. They're both red. Very interesting. Okay, let's put... oh, wait, that one says yellow, and that one says yellow. That's weird. That's not what they're showing. I would suppose that is intentional. Just flip one of these around. Showing red and showing red. Instead of them both showing, you know, yellow or whatever and letting the train in. Oh, that's very good. I like that a lot. I'm going to have to use that a lot. Like a boatload a lot. This will make the VMR actually work. Because right now it kind of doesn't. You know what? Let me delete these two trains. Okay. Let's pull these signals up to here. How about this? And that means this is the only, like, normal signal. So, one thing to note is watch the aspects in the map or line ahead, because a signal may be red doesn't mean it's actually saying halt. Well, see, that's an interesting conundrum, because they're sort of working as advertised physically, like in, you know, in the way they look out here, but on the map they're not working like that at all. And I kind of want to know what we end up getting, which is why I'm doing this. Let's get a left side one, because I put these a little close together. All right, let's get you. Turn around. Okay. And then if my understanding is right, it should not let him in. Yeah. Because this guy is already let in to the repeater section. Which, I mean, that isn't what it's saying, but let's find out what happens. So let's go back to drive session. Let's set you to drive. Shouldn't be used to garden entry exits. Well, what are them? Alright, yeah, there he goes through the red. So what's going to happen if I let this guy go also? Or wait, is he just not... Single diverge. Oh wait, is an interlocking signal. Yeah, lionhead is... Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Stop. Stop train. Let's... Do I have auto drive? Hold on. Because if they don't work to the AI, they're dead to me. Driver command. I don't have auto drive. We have STW drive? I do. Okay. How come I didn't see it in the list? Stop. 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 Hold on. Let's get new locomotives. Instead of these guys that just want to go. Actually, let's put in... Which way is what? East. Okay, let's just call this east. Why did you ping me in your thread? I will look later. I see the ping. How does the Strider 2 look? I don't know. I will take a look. Let's just do 5. Just put it right up against the end. Actually, let's give it a little bit of wiggle room so that they don't try to, because I don't have my extra room on these. Okay. New locomote. If these do the locomotion thing, I swear to God, these signals are dead and useless to me. Let's throw this switch to make it a little bit more difficult for them to figure out what to do, because that's something you always want to do to your AI. Edit session, driver setup. Add another driver. Add another driver. Vehicle. Give me one of the Chivos. Wait for 10 seconds. Wait for 10 seconds. And then I have no idea which one is which. God damn it. This is east, okay? The east end, and it's number 2. East is number 2. It's trying to go to west. It's number 2. Drive to track mark west. Drive to track mark east. Because I don't actually know if the other guy was obeying the signals or if he was just going. So, drive session. Oh, I need to force the rules to go. Granted session. Restart all rules. Rules. Drive session. Number 10. 10 seconds. Go. I'll replace the 05s with an 04. Okay. I'll listen to you. Yep. I'm testing signals for the single track. I'm also going to give these a little more room because I don't know why I just deleted that only to replace it. That was dumb. There. And then 04 left on the left side, and 04 on the right side. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reset the rules again. One distant pair in the middle rather than having two. I have 3. I want to test more than one. I don't even need a distant pair if I only have one set of signals in the middle. I can space them so that they never screw up. Oh, slight issue. Because they control 2 junctions ahead, this isn't a realistic problem. I think. It might not be a realistic problem. Well, it worked. But let's do... Well, you said they can't guard junctions anyway, right? Alright, well, I guess I can use this. The point is to have more than one set of signals in between, because with one set of signals, I don't need the distant signals at all. Now, the other thing that I wanted to test is this. Oops, wrong button. Can you stop there? Distant signals only repeat the aspect. Yeah, no, I get that. Yes. No, I know, but I can set them to... Oh, it's basically just an advance warning. So I can't squeeze 2 trains in there, is what you're saying. I can't have one train following another. Yeah, okay, so that's not really helpful for me then, at the end of the day. Alright. I'm just going to attach this. Maybe, maybe not. You don't know? And now we need to find that out. Hold on. Let's just do it the easy way. Let's just see what happens when I turn you... Oh, wait. Put you on this track. Turns green. Turns green and runs all the way to here. What if I put a train right here? What happens? Red, yellow, green. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Okay, so I can do it. Okay, they do sort of do what I want to do, which is why I wanted more than one set of signals in there. But the issue is, the other issue with this is, I wasn't hawing at you, by the way. I was excited because of Trainz. If I put a couple other signals in here, or a couple other switches, it's not where I wanted to put that. Listen, if the actual aspect that I'm seeing doesn't match the map aspect, it doesn't matter to me. It's dead to me. If it doesn't work like I'm seeing it, I don't want to use it. I'm putting these here so that the other guy doesn't reserve this immediately. No, don't welcome to Trainz me. Understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. If it doesn't work like it looks like it works, I'm not going to use it. So it doesn't matter what it says on the map, because if it's working with what it's showing me here, then it's good, and if it's not working with what it's showing me here, then I'm not going to use it. Thank you for your insight, guy. Alright, hold on. Are these the same ones again, or did they up the number? Nope. Oh, shoot. Is that the right one? What end are we at? 2 is trying to get east, so. Alright, cool. Edit session, restart all the rules again. I mean, odds are we're never going to have a race condition, so I can just make one of them go. Drive session. What? No, get out of here, Noodle Boy. Listen, I just want it to work the way it looks like it works. That's it. Alright. Did we have a race condition? Is anybody moving? Lionhead reserved for an oncoming train. Lionhead reserved for an oncoming train. Okay, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. But that would be problematic. This would be something that I would not want to have happen. You know, this one grabbed this junction, this one grabbed this junction, and now they're at an impasse. So, go back to Surveyor Classic. Yeah, both trains reserve the closest switches. That's a problem. I mean, the switch reservations is a problem, like, up and down the world. But I'm going to do something. I'm going to set number 2 to wait for 5 seconds instead and see what happens. So he's going to start moving. He throws it. He's clear. Clear, blah, blah. And then this is reserved. So what's going to happen is, it does note that it's reserved for an oncoming train, which is fine. This guy also acknowledges the same thing. So this isn't going to help very much. I mean, I noticed that so this is showing red, which is fine. These guys in the middle are showing yellow, which, yeah, I guess. The switch in the middle is interfering with it. Might want to check that. Well, that's the point. If it doesn't work with some spurs in the middle, it's not going to work in the real... Like, it needs to work outside of a vacuum. It worked when I got rid of these switches, but in reality, we might have some switches in here for sidings or what have you. Or industries or whatever. Like Elvira Valley Grain. So, you know, if we have this race condition, let's see, what if it gets out there already? What if I make it even... What if I make it a greater differential? I'm not trying to build a... What if you replace the signals looking at the switches with 04s or 06s? That would mean most of these in the middle are 04. Oh, the ones looking at them, just not the one on the opposite side. Yeah, let's see. Well, it's still going to reserve the switch, is the issue. And that is something that cannot be solved by these signals. Because, at the end of the day, you should not have, in your AI scenario, this kind of decision making. We are trying to figure out how to make the AI do something that a while ago I realized you should never try to ask the AI to do, which is make a choice. What should happen in this situation is this train is the second one arriving. It should pull up to a track mark. It should wait for a trigger that's right here. That's what should be happening. Not this. Not this decision making. Trainz can't handle that. It is an open TTD. It isn't designed to do that. There is set one junction. I don't think that locks it, though. I don't think that locks it. Anyway, this is the other thing we have to test. Basically, in short, can I get this to pull up to here? What the heck? Target layer invalid. What in the hell? Oh, shoot. Layer. Oh, hey, it's that hopper. Basically, I need to know this guy, right? I need you to drive to derail 1. Navigate a track mark. Signal test 1. Junction is missing a lever? What? What? What are you talking about? What junction? What junction is missing a lever? What in the hell? Oh, because the lever's on the session layer, I bet. Hold on. Always work in the same layer. Let's try it now. Okay, it's working. Okay, so hypothetically this should work. You made me realize what I was trying to realize earlier. No, I'm serious, yeah. It's just, when you're doing a one-track mainline, it is very tempting. Oh, it doesn't have enough room, huh? Stuck in a way to new instructions. It won't get within a country mile of that car. Put the spec over here. Move this car, like, to there. Block is in use by another train. That's a message that I've never seen before. You pulled it here and got stuck. The I train doesn't control this junction lever. You need to go that way. You need to go the other way. That is really interesting. I didn't exactly expect that outcome. I didn't expect it to pull to here and then get stuck. Oh, wait, there you go. Because it was giving up on going the other direction. Okay, so I think what we were trying to do in Lionhead is going to work. Maybe. I don't know for certain. But yeah, I think that's what it comes down to, especially after me losing it about, which, sorry for losing it, about what the signals look like versus what they're actually doing. When it comes to single track lines, as long as the signals are, you shouldn't be depending on your signals to govern your single track line. If you want to do that and you want to do it right, you're either going to use interlocking towers or the old school track marks and triggers. You're going to have a train pull up to a place and wait for the next one to go by. If you know when all your trains are going by, just do track marks and triggers. If you don't know when all your trains are going by, use interlocking towers. So govern that entire stretch and reserve it from one end to the other whenever you have a train coming through. You can use the... I am just cooked today is the issue. You can use the setting in the interlocking towers that allows you to throw switches even when the interlocking tower isn't controlling them, like it doesn't lock them all the time. Don't remember what it's called. Guy probably remembers because he seems to know everything about signals. I could just go look at an interlocking tower, but that's too far away. The thing, the ownership, shared ownership, or whatever. You can do that so that you can have a train do maneuvers in between, like run into a siding in the middle without or cross or whatever. But you don't really want to do that. I don't recommend people use that setting. But anyway, I digress. The point is, what are we doing with the lionhead turn? Let's do that first. The point is, what are we doing with the lionhead turn? So, this is where we're at. This is where we is. You pull into here. You uncouple from this. We need another track mark. Already. Let's call this Elvira Valley Main. Oh, VMLH. Put it up against the signal. Where's the crossover? I missed it. I went right by it. Hi, Bankman. VM LH. Elvira cut, and this will be track 1, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's 1. Hopefully we'll figure it out and go around. I don't want to add another track mark. Get out of here. So you go here, you couple there, wait for 5 seconds, drive to track mark Elvira Valley Main. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples from. Leave the sucker on the main line. We're going to need another track mark on the other side of it to couple back up to it. Wait a minute. Here we go again. Okay, you pull into here. You grab this. You back out. You put it there. You go around. And then what? Do I just want to push it back through the tunnel and then run around it over here? Just to save, just to get off the main as fast as I can. That might be the way to do it. There. This sucks. VMLH. Fire Valley Main Short. Man, I'm not enjoying this right now. If you couldn't tell. Okay. Edit session. Stop making the big box. Edit. Let's finish this. At least get the train together so we can get it down the hill sometime in the future. Uncouple from vehicle number 1. Drive to track mark. Elvira cut. Actually, this will be serpent cut because it's a S-curve. Set 1 junction and control junction. Yeah, I have set 1 junction. I assume control locks it to a given locomotive. That would be that might be something I'll have to employ if worse comes to worse. Technically, wouldn't this be Doughcliff? Because it's on this side of the... No, it's... No, I'll call it. I'll call it Lionhead still. My head hurts. Okay. I have to serpent cut. Couple at track mark. Elvira Valley Loop. Oh, it's called Elvira Loop Short instead of Elvira Valley Loop Short. I can delete that one. I didn't use it. Couple at Elvira Valley Loop. Wait for 5 seconds. Drive to Lionhead. No. Elvira Valley Grain. Where is it? VM Elvira Valley Grain. Modal pickup drop off. Doing this at 3 AM truly is psychotic. Yeah, no, I have done stuff. Oh man, I've spent so much time working on this crap. And I know, because what I really, really, really want to do right now is get this done, delete all the other AI, and see if this works. That is the last thing I should do tonight. I should not do that at all. Anyway, Lionhead turn. Do that. Load. Okay, once you've loaded, wait for 5 seconds. Leave the sucker behind. Where are you? Uncouples from. The engine. Okay. Hi, Bankman. Drive to track mark. Elvira Valley Loop. Hi, kitty cat. Drive to Elvira Valley Loop. Couple at track mark. Elvira Valley, Maine. Wait for 5 seconds. Drive via track mark. VMLH. Old Main. No, just north. North. Nope. Get that out of here. Drive via. Drive via. I need to go through Main West. Then drive to track mark Y north. No, just north. That says oil. Main west to north. Then drive to track mark Main 1. Main Y south. Yep. Main Y south. Oh wait, no. Yes. Old Main Y south. Wait for 5 seconds. Uncouples. Yup. What happens after that? Dragon, why do you keep alternating between capital name and lowercase name? What's going on over there? You're driving me nuts. Okay. Drives there. Pulls in. It's pushing. No. It's pulling the car. Uncouples. Drives to the track mark at the end. Old Main end. I'm glad I'm not the only one seeing that. LH Old Main end. Drive via track mark the other track, which is Old Main Y2. Drive to track mark Old Main, or sorry, yeah, Old Main Y North, then couple at track mark which one? Old Main Y1, that's where I said to pull up to. Where did I pull up to? Oh, Old Main Y South 1, then we get a couple at Old Main Y1, and then we have to wait for 5 seconds. Drive to track mark Old Main Y North. Couple at track mark. What do I have to couple at? Not the baggage siding, the coal siding. And that's it. That should be it. I'm certain I missed something. I 100% missed something very important, or something isn't going to work, or at least it isn't going to work consistently. I'm going to rip my hair out playing this game. I'm sorry we don't have time for a tour. I know I said we would do a tour. At least we have Pan Am. I like the way Pan Am came out. Better than nothing. And this is where I gave up. Not gave up. It's where I stopped. Next week I probably will not have under construction because it's Gloria's birthday on Thursday. So we'll probably go out to dinner or something. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we need signals heading out of here, I think. For sure. Or at least like a set over here, right? I don't know. This area is not done. I'm not sure how this would be signaled, considering it's very tight. Like, this siding is really short. It's supposed to be just long enough for a passenger train, which it is just long enough for a passenger train. Anyway, should probably look at some B&A track charts and see if I can get some insight from them as to how this should work out. No, the pain will not end. No, there will be more. In fact, I do need to test this, and I probably will sooner than I should. Oh, let's delete these before they cause a problem. Did you notice that when I tested that with the 44 tonner backing out and then changing tracks with a car behind it, did you happen to notice that it pulled out the exact same distance both times? It wasn't limited by the car, it was physically making a decision. It was thinking. That's interesting. I wonder how that's going to matter. And I don't think this is going to work. The thing we set up here, I don't think it's going to work. We're going to have to figure out something else. We're going to have it come out twice. Once to grab the car, the other time to unload the car. That's what I feel like is going to happen. If it doesn't work, we'll just have to resort to that. I'm not looking forward to doing it, but it's what we're going to have to do. I can't possibly start anything else with 10 minutes left. So let's play not Tetris. Hold on. I forgot about it. Bum 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 bum. For the people that saw the beginning of the stream, were like, "This is weird." There was no not Tetris. I was just itching to get going. Oh shoot. Well, that's something. Bonk. See, can I slot this right in there? I did. We're off to a good start. We're waiting for the video to end. You guys are not obligated to stick around unless you really like not Tetris. I just can't start anything else with 10 minutes left. I don't have the brain power to start anything else on Tolbrand right now, so. And I definitely am not going to go and hit start session, especially because we can't even start the lionhead turn yet. That's what we need to do. We need to program the setup for the lionhead turn before we can actually run the lionhead turn. We have programmed the train. We haven't assembled it yet. Because I don't know if the olive branch train works with the way it is. Oh no. Uh-oh. Alright, we're in trouble now. No. Oh! I did it. I can't believe that worked. Okay. Okay, so I need to have one... Is it free junction or release junction? Because I've used release junction before, and I'll be honest, I don't think it does anything. Um, so if we can... If I'm coordinating... Hi, Lafayette. Coordinating AI that closely, I can tell an AI that is erroneously locked a junction to free it. And how long until they decide to lock it again? No, it is in fact the Tetris melody, Matt. It's genuinely it's the history of the Soviet Union arranged the melody of Tetris. Wait for permit. What on earth does that do? I'm filling this board up really fast. Oh shoot. Um oh. Oh, we're in trouble. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Come on, just give me like a miracle cascade. Oh, wait for junction permit. As in, don't try to take a junction that somebody else has. These all seem like really, really niche. Not niche, but like you could use these commands when you should be using an interlocking tower instead, or a trigger command. You know, because the implication of using these commands is that you know that your train is going to be waiting for another train. But if you know that, then just have your train wait for trigger. Again, I used to be pretty shy about using triggers, and I'm getting better because I realize that in order to make the world go around, I need to use them more. Can you stop giving me these pieces? My god, it's never ending. Oh shoot, it's gonna be ending pretty soon at this rate. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh lord, F40PH, no! Alright, we didn't get on the leaderboard. But I hope that's all for today. Guy, I'm really interested in the things that you're saying, but there's no more I can fit in my brain tonight. Thank you so much for your help and dealing with me losing my gourd over this. Uh, but yeah, what I really need to do is I need to run the sim more. Um, and just see what the conflicts are going to be. Because once I know what the conflicts are going to be, it's going to be sort of a question of, okay, you're going to hold here and wait for this train. And that is something that is guaranteed and always going to happen. The days in Tolbrand should be exactly repeatable. Everything should always happen at more or less the same time. So, Vickman, come here. Come here, kitty cat. Everything should always happen at more or less the same time, so every conflict is going to happen at more or less the same time. Everything should work exactly like clockwork. And there shouldn't be anything that's left to chance. So, wait for trigger should be my best friend, and it's just not yet. One of the things that I need to look out for, and that I've been sort of trying to take notes on, but I've failed to do anything about, is the dispatching of the passenger trains. Now, the inner line is a 80 mile per hour track, and the outer line is a 45 mile per hour track, or sorry, a 60 mile per hour track. That makes a difference. But do I want a train running under yellows following another train on the middle track, or just go on the outer track and don't, not run under yellows? I don't know. That's been my conundrum, and that's the thing I need to pay attention to a little bit more. But yeah, more trigger based train arrangements, because everything should be happening at the same time. I'll see you guys next week.